What is happening, YouTube family? Jared Weiss back here with another video on the Jared and James channel. And if you guys didn't know, that must mean that you're not subscribed to the channel, so you know what to do. Smash that subscribe button, be sure to leave a like, drop a comment, let me know what you guys think of this video. So for today's video, we're going to be talking about how a lot of times in life, the joy is in the doing, and like the further away you get from why you fell in love with what you're doing in the first place, the harder it is to keep going with it. So my question I come to you with is, would you do it for the love? Alright, let's get into the video now. So, a few days ago, I was feeling a little bit down, as it's totally normal every so often throughout all of our life's journeys and whatnot, especially as I was talking about in the last video, how like when I set all these crazy high goals and then I expect to achieve them right away, well, like not right away, but like overall I expect a lot from myself, but like also like as I mentioned, all my goals are going to take a really long time for them to all come to fruition. So anyways, I was feeling a little bit down, thinking about my lack of progress to show for all my journeys. So like my social media journey, my healing journey, my dunk journey, my book which I'm working on. But like the reason sometimes why I actually get like I'm caught up in the numbers with all my different journeys is actually for a genuine reason. It actually doesn't have to do with like fame and fortune and whatnot. I mean, like obviously I do want to be super successful at everything that I'm doing, so like I wouldn't say that like I'm totally not about those things, but like the main reason why I was actually feeling I'm a little bit down, and like the reason why like I sometimes like too caught up like in like the numbers, whether it be my social media numbers, whether it be how many followers I have, whether it be how many views my videos are getting, etc, and also like how much progress I've made in my healing journey, how close I am like dunking and whatnot, is because, so like as I mentioned to you numerous times in the past, I was a camp counselor for many years. I've coached plenty of kids. James, who's now my best friend obviously, used to be my camper. But anyways, so I have a lot of kids out there who I really hope I'm influencing positively, and like a lot of these kids I like to think look up to me in a lot of ways. So I was like feeling a little bit down, like because I want all these kids to think that anything is possible. So like I want them to see all of my success and then say to themselves like, oh, if Jared could do this and be super successful, then I could do anything too. But what I also realized, going back to last week's video talking about how like you may have hit a home run without realizing it, what I also started to realize was that I'm actually showing all these kids who look up to me what it means to persevere through adversity and to keep going in spite of all these formidable obstacles, these tremendous challenges that I've been facing, and like I'm still going every day.
Say it with me, no plays off, no days off.
So I can show that to all these kids who look up to me is probably more valuable than like my ultimate success at the moment. But having said that, when all these kids see my rise, when they see me start accomplishing all these goals, which will ultimately happen one day, I can't specifically say when the day will be, because it's all based on God's timing, it's all based on my work ethic, it's all based on my body being able to fully adapt and whatnot. But like it will all happen, and then like all these kids will remember how I never gave up when my numbers weren't good. I never gave up when my speech wasn't good. I never gave up when my jump goals were plateauing. So that's actually super valuable. Like anyways, going back to the main topic of this video, what I want to say was that oftentimes when I start like feeling a little bit down, which also like could actually be correlated and could actually be related to like what's going on like with like my stomach and stuff, like especially because like while I'm like detoxing, while I'm going through like my healing process, like sometimes it's like totally normal, like when I'm at like the end of a certain like point of like my healing cycle, certain like phase in the cycle, it's actually normal for like my emotions to get like thrown off a little bit, but then like I end up progressing further. and I end up feeling even better. So oftentimes, whenever I'm feeling that way, I like to listen to some old throwback music, and I also like to listen to some throwback hype music.
Okay.
To get me to like feel that motivational spark again, to keep it going, to keep progressing no matter what. So like 2 songs I was listening to the other day to like help me get that spark back up were For the Love by Fabulous and As I Am by Logic, both 2 of my all-time favorite rap songs. So like when it comes to rap music, like a lot of the lyrics are very negative, and like I can actually talk about why that type of music gets promoted. It's related to like the whole like programming and whatnot, and then like getting people to do certain things. But like for the sake of hyping myself up and motivating myself, I do enjoy some rap music amongst many other genres, but like that's a whole nother story, so like we'll save that aspect of it like for another video. But like anyways, 2 of my favorite all-time overall positive rap / hype songs: For the Love by Fabulous and As I Am by Logic. So like as I mentioned in the last video, even if I'm not winning by society standards yet, I'm winning in so many other ways. I'm hitting so many home runs. So that obviously counts for a ton. So like you can't take that away from me. And like as I was saying, I want the kids to see me as like a big success, and I want them to believe that anything is possible. But like I'm showing them how much I'm able to accomplish while going through all the struggles, while I might come up. So like that's super valuable in and of itself. Going along the lines of those songs. So like For the Love. Sometimes in life, you have to forget about all the accolades, forget about all the numbers, forget about everyone else's opinions of you, and ask yourself, if all that were totally irrelevant, would you do it for the love? So, a story I wanted to talk about today. So like, when my book ultimately comes out, you guys are going to be learning all about this stuff super in depth, so like, get ready for that. So, shortly after coming home from the hospital, after having gone through the acute phase of my life-threatening illness, so like my whole body was like super weak, my speech was basically inaudible, and so I was really excited to start playing basketball again to like try to get my strength back. But like early on, I would start getting super frustrated because I had no strength. So like on most of my shots, I could barely reach the rim on the shot. I'm not even talking about my jump, because during that time, my vertical jump was probably around 0 to 5 inches maybe. So like I was like really starting from the way bottom, and I really had to do my best to keep going, to keep coming back every day.
We sitting here, I'm supposed to be the franchise player, and we're in here talking about practice.
And like no one was watching me outside of my brother and my parents during this time. So like all the accolades, all the high school stuff, all the college basketball goals I had. So like I couldn't be thinking about all these extrinsic factors. I had to focus on my own internal psyche and get back to the whole reason why I was even playing basketball in the first place. I was doing it for the love. For the love of the game. I wasn't doing it when I first started playing basketball. I didn't start playing to achieve all these extrinsic goals. I started playing because it was fun for me and because I loved the game.
Not the game that I go out there and die for and play every game like it's my last. Not the game. We're talking about practice, man.
So like oftentimes we'll often move further and further away from why we started on our goals in the first place, without realizing like the whole reason why we started on in these journeys in the first place was for the love of something, for the love of the game, for the love of health, for the love of happiness, for the love of our friends, of our family. And like the further away we get from that, the unhappier we're gonna be, and the harder it's gonna be to ultimately achieve our massive goals. And so during this time, I wanted to show everyone that I wasn't done yet. And I wanted to show myself that like I could still achieve anything. And so every day I would come back out there for the love. And so the same thing could be applied to my whole social media journey. Alright, as I mentioned, I've been going through a whole Instagram shadow ban, which has been super frustrating. And also, my longer YouTube videos aren't getting tons of views like I feel they ultimately deserve. But like, it takes time, and so I have to remember why I'm doing this in the first place. I'm doing it because I love what I'm saying. I love the message I'm putting out into the world. I love the people who I'm hopefully inspiring. I know that my message will ultimately find the people who are looking for it, and like, it's all gonna pay off. But like, I have to remember that I'm doing it for the love. So there are times in life where having extrinsic motivation can be awesome. So like, having people doubting you and like you wanting to prove them wrong.
Have faith. I know what the problem is. Come on. Come on.
Get out the way, man.
White men can't jump.
This is actually going to be a very important topic, and like I go into detail in my book once again. So like, having extrinsic motivation is awesome. So like, wanting to prove people wrong, wanting to achieve success in the eyes of society, but like, that's not going to get you going every single day. When you have to put in work, when no one's watching you, when no one's clapping for you, when your numbers aren't where they want to be at, when you've hit that plateau, the thing that's going to keep you going is the love of the game, of doing what you're doing. And so get back to that, get back to the reason why you started in the first place, as what I'm trying to do, and ask yourself, if all these other external factors weren't there, if there was no money involved, if there was no accolades, if it was just you doing your craft, would you do it for the love alone? Because if not, chances are you're going to be giving up soon enough. Alright, and I also wanted to read some lyrics from the Logic song, As I Am, just to inject some more positivity into your guys' day. Because like, the song is awesome for anyone who's going through a downtime right now. So, hi there, hey friend, how are you? Cheer on up, you superstar, you. Don't let them try you. Don't let them deny you, because you're going to make it someday, and you're going to make it some way. Live life how you want to, so get on up now, go get out there, face your fears, no need to be scared, you better rebel, and if they hate you, give them hell. No more hiding in your shell, because we are not defined by how hard we fall, so dust yourself off and stand tall, because you can make it, of this I'm sure, so spread your wings and you will soar. That's some powerful stuff. I love that song so much. And I hadn't heard it in a while before listening to it the other day. So guys, that wraps up today's message, that wraps up today's video. Hopefully you guys are feeling inspired right now. Hopefully you guys could get back and return to the reason why you started whatever you're doing in the first place, for the love, and you guys are going to make it. I'm going to make it. As long as you don't give up, as long as you keep working hard, getting back to it every day, remembering why you started. Remember all the people who you're inspiring and those who you will inspire in the future, because you're gonna have some hell of a story to tell. I know I am. So like, love you guys. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Be sure to drop a like, leave a comment. We out, shit. Peace.